Welcome inside Sturmel Stadium as we get set for USL Academy League action between Flatirons FC and Albion SC Colorado. Flatirons FC comes in last in the Mountain Division with an 0-7 record. They've played the most games out of anyone in the Mountain Division as well. Albion SC sit tied for first with a 3-0-1 record on the campaign so far. As the two captains meet at the middle of the field, we'll introduce you to the broadcast booth. I'm Arnav Pokrel. I'm joined by Kai Goodman. Kai, this is an academy team that you've seen play, of course, as a USL League 2 player. They play before or after you guys. I mean, obviously tough start to the season for the academy side, but the last match, only a 1-0 loss to Real Colorado, and it came in the 92nd minute off a header. So improvement is the big key for this academy side.
Yeah, they've been doing very well. They've been building off what they have been putting in training. A lot of boys coming up in USL 2 training. And they've just gotten a bit unlucky with a few interesting calls, a few penalties not go their way. But I'm excited for today. It's going to be a good day.
We'll get you introduced to the starting lineups, starting with Flatirons FC. Kai Furtado Morgan comes back in net. Him and Ben Thomas have been switching off the spots all season long. Xander Archuleta, Travis Coons, Jake Hunter, and Nick Barbosa. In the back line, midfield led by Parker Brown, Dante Espino, Andre Arendt, Jacob Timms, Brayson Webb, and up top is Samim Akbari. On the other side for Albion SC, we're going to start with the goalkeeper, Evan Kolstad, back line of Max McKinney, Michael Smith, Yosgar Gonzalez, and JDL Sinesio, Ethan Zielke, Robert Spence, and Nicola Zaccaro in the midfield, and up top, Christian Bedoya, Dominic Brennan, and Jordan Fernandez. So, the teams are set. We're getting ready for kickoff between Flatirons and Albion SC Colorado. Last time these two teams met, it was the first game of the season for this Albion Academy League side, and a 2-0 victory for the Academy. There's Dante Espino, Flatirons FC's first goal scorer of the season. He scored in that 4-1 loss to Real Colorado. Good to see him back, fully healthy, and getting minutes after his collegiate career finished at Yavapai College in 2 seasons, and now looking ahead to what's next for Espino. So now we're set. We're underway here in Golden, Colorado, as the USL Academy League continues in the Mountain Division. And Flatirons possess first. Flatirons in the midnight blue jerseys that the USL League 2 team wore last year. As Dante Espino flicks it back, but loses out on possession. It'll be taken the other way by JDL Sinesio. Battle in the midfield, one out, and Jacob Timms will turn the other way for Flatirons. Good early pressure from the Irons to win the ball back.
It's going to be an interesting matchup here. We got Albion side playing in a 4-3-3 with one holding 6 and 2 attacking midfielders, where our Flatirons are set up in the same 4-3-3 but 2 6s and 1 10. So it's going to be nice, even matchup. It'll be interesting to see who wins their individual battles out here.
Albion possess and move around the back with Yosgar Gonzalez alongside Michael Smith. And Sinesio, again, Espino all over him, but Sinesio does well to turn away from pressure. Back into the path of Gonzalez. He'll look for that diagonal run. Furtado Morgan will come out and claim it. Actually, it's Ben Tomas who starts in net, so late change there. They had Furtado Morgan listed for the longest time. Tomas gets the nod. He's headed to Regis University in the fall to play in the RMAC. As Jake Hunter heads it back. And Tomas, he can use his hands. We'll pick it up eventually and go the other way. Play slows down with Gonzalez as Albion victorious in 3 matches to start off the season, then a 0-0 draw with Utah United most recently. And then next up, they've got Storm at home and Colorado Switchbacks at home, so 2 tough matchups upcoming for Albion as they look to gain some footing in their battle with Storm atop the Mountain Division in the USL Academy League. But got to get a job done here first if you're Albion as they play back to Evan Kolstad. Bit of a slip up top, and it allows for Flatirons to hang on to possession. Andre Arendt goes down, swing and a miss from him. And Albion can quickly move the other way. Darting through the midfield, works out wide to Bedoya. Bedoya is in an offside position.
Offside, Albion, free kick Flatirons.
And Flatirons move quickly the other way with Espino. Down the wing, Espino turns away from one. He'll turn back around and maintain possession for a moment. Looking for an on-running Jacob Timms. Timms has loved the right wing all season long in the Academy League. Has a bit of pace to him and good one-on-one ability to attack those corners. Timms will drill one in. It's simple for Kolstad. 4 minutes in, neither team with a real clear opportunity, Kai.
Yeah, Albion look like they want to play very direct. They don't want to hold it too much. They're trying to go forward as quickly as they can, which is nice to watch. Flatirons looking to sit in a bit of a low block, so it'll be interesting how they try and win this ball back.
And again, there it is, that direct play looking for Bedoya on the wing. He's got a long run to the corner. And he cannot keep it in play. He's also in an offside position second time. Bedoya has made that run a second too early.
Free kick for Flatirons.
Tomas will lay it off to Hunter and get it right back as play resumes. 5 minutes in and a slow-moving first 5 minutes for these two teams as Arentz will lay it back to Tomas. Kuntz will drop it off and a turnover that's battled for in the corner and one back by Albion. Good move by Bedoya to free up some space and Jake Hunter comes in to clean up the damage. Now Timms can move the other way and Timms has some room in the midfield. Here goes Jacob Timms. Espino. Playing with Timms on the touchline. Arentz will find Hunter. And Hunter will turn to the left. Pass is cut away by McKinney. Now the long ball intended for Espino. And Espino gets there. Some room to operate. Here's Arentz. Shot comes in and it's saved by Kolstad. The first shot on goal of the game goes the way of the Irons, the home team, with some good play in the midfield. And Espino and Arentz connect for an opportunity. Sinesio. Espino touches it away. Brayson Webb wins it back, but then turns it right over in the midfield. And now quickly the other way. Here goes Ethan Zielke. Pushed away by Kuntz. And out for an Albion throw-in. Play circles around to center back pairing. Gonzalez will drop it over to Smith. little bit of contact in the midfield. One back by the Irons for a moment. Now turning away is Parker Brown. Gets past one. Advantage played. It goes out to Brayson Webb, who's in the corner. He is in offside position, but referees will call back the advantage for the Irons, so a free kick upcoming. So again, pretty slow first couple of moments, Kai. What's it going to take for one of these teams to break through?
Flatirons staying very patient and disciplined in their structure, willingness to just stay compact in their shape, which is good to see. And then once they win it, they're trying to go quickly, switch the play. Albion just looking to possess. It's hard to say where it's going to go at the moment because neither team really creating anything meaningful.
Loss on the far side. And now a chance the other way. Tomas will come out and clear it away. Out of danger and into the parking lot here at Sturmel Stadium. Beautiful day for footy. Sun's out, but the wind is blowing, so it's not too hot. Got a triple header between Flatirons and Albion today, starting with this Academy League matchup, and then we go to USL W League game at 4 p.m. That one's streamed on Sports Engine Play, along with the USL League 2 game at 7:30, also on Sports Engine Play. Zielke. Good connecting in the midfield by Albion. Moving away from pressure and all the way down to the corner for Sinesio. Bedoya. And calmly taken away. Arentz will go all the way back to the back line, and Tomas will be the one to recover for the Irons. Looking long to Calkins. Poked away. Timms can pick it up in the midfield. He's double teamed and lost it. And now quickly the other way by Albion here, Smith. Rotating play out wide. Spence plays it to the far side. Fernandez with some space. And Jordan Fernandez will turn back around. Played across to Zuccaro. Worked well to Sinesio on the near side. Sinesio wins it back from Bedoya. Albion possessing in the attacking third, but no lane to shoot just yet for the away side. Arendt battles. Good move. Fancy footwork by Zielke. Laid across, Tomas shovels it away. Return is headed away by Hunter. And second header away by Parker Brown to clear it. Jake Hunter will pick up possession. Good little flick over by Hunter. Now the long ball intended for Timms. Dealt with by Albion. Big stretch possession there for Albion, Kai, but still nothing to show for it.
Nothing yet. Jake Hunter's solid at the back. 2 vital clearances so far. The first one coming in from a cutback and come across goal. And that one there just clearing it out before he played that ball. It didn't really come to much, but...
Now numbers for the Irons the other way. And this time it's Albion tasked with defending, and Max McKinney does enough to win possession the other way. Well cut out by Barbosa for the Irons. Played up to Timms. A little bit of contact. And Timms hangs on to possession. Flatirons will play through the midfield, and Arendt. He's got the on-running Espino, who remains onside. Espino fires a shot in. It's tame for Kolstad. Didn't have any help in the box. Espino had to do it himself.
What a ball there by Andre just to feed Dante through. Flatirons midfield kind of needs to step up a bit more. Way too open, then distances are too big. That's allowing Albion just to play through them just like this.
Zielke's got some room. He's had a room all day. He finds Bedoya on the far side. And Bedoya in the offside position for the third time today. just overeager. Wants to get in behind, makes those runs a second too early.
He's waving the finger. He doesn't think he's offside, but I beg to differ.
The referee is right in line with you, Kai. Refereeing crew today, Alex Carpizano, Sam Gerlich, Colin Ingram, and Paul Papi. Here's Kuntz to lay it back to Tomas. Turning the midfield, long ball up ahead, read well by Smith, but then picked up again by Parker Brown. Now Arendt with some room to operate. Great line-breaking feed to Timms. And Jacob Timms looking for Brayson Webb in the corner. Ball a bit too flat for the MSU Denver man.
It's a great look. Ball just going too straight. Needed to be more angled towards that corner flag. Keeper too easily able to just come up and sweep that up.
Rolled up ahead, Zielke. And there's some room. And there's an on-running Brennan. And Tomas clears it right off of Brennan. This one's rolling to goal. And Hunter gets there in time. Brennan rolled it back. It hits off the post. And away. Flatirons. A heart-stopping moment for the Irons, but it is a goal kick for Tomas, as Ben Tomas cleared it right off of Dominic Brennan in front of him. Timms. Arendt. Back to Hunter. What's that now? 3 clearances for Jake Hunter?
3 or 4 for him. He's having a good game, good start right now.
Of course, not the number you'd want if you're the Irons. You want him to touch the ball as little as possible, but called in action and delivering early on.
He got his first start against Utah United on the road in the USL 2, and he had a great performance stepping up into the centre back there and played about, I think it was the full 90 minutes he had.
I believe it was full 90 there, yeah.
Yeah, he was unreal.
Space opens up on the wing for Albion. Brennan cuts back to his left, will take the shot, and it's a grab for Tomas, who's got some words for his back line. A couple of saves now for Tomas early on as well. Tomas, a devout New York Knicks fan, celebrated the NBA Finals. He was a very happy man on that trip to Utah when the Knicks went up 3-1. And then, of course, was here at Sturmel when they won the championship. So could hear the shouts from the parking lot when they pulled out the victory. Here's Timms. He's got Parker Brown up ahead. Looks for that ball to the corner. And this one, it will roll over the end line for a goal kick. Again, not a bad idea from Timms, who's playing a bit more centrally today than he has in Academy League games of the past, where he sits out on the wing and plays as a winger. Today, he's more of a 10, staying a bit higher up the field and trying to develop that passing range that we know he can do from out wide. Now he's doing that in the midfield. Slit ball through, and this one will be onside for Albion. Breaking away to goal. And it's a shot, and it's a goal for Albion. The visitors strike first in the 17th minute of play. And it is 1-0 for the away side. Good back to front play. And Albion find the back of the net. 20 minutes in, it's hard to say it wasn't coming for Albion.
It's been coming for a while now. That Flatirons backline and midfield got to get a bit more condensed. They're letting the Albion midfield just kind of run through them and play around them 1-2 touch, and it's just making it too easy for them to make runs in behind and then find feet. And that time it just come off a bit of a press and just transitioned a lot faster than the Irons there.
So Jordan Fernandez scores for Albion. Gives the visitors a 1-0 lead in the 18th minute of play. So now a Big task to respond for the Irons, who have had a couple of chances today, mainly off this right side through Espino. Rolled up ahead, intended for Calkins, who loses out on the battle.
Yeah, the Albion centre back there is just taking up everything. Just stepped perfectly, timed everything perfectly just to beat out our number 9.
And now the long ball over the top, and it's another chance to run onto it. And it's another chance for Fernandez, who fires and scores. 2 in quick succession for Jordan Fernandez. And Albion lead 2-0. It's a great move up ahead. And it's an even better finish by Fernandez. Cuts to his right, fires, and finds the back of the net. So, a rough 3 minutes for Flatirons. It's 2 goals for Albion. And the big task now of figuring things out, especially offensively for the home team.
Just got to start to value the ball a bit more. It was too easy, not enough pressure put on the cutback across the edge of the box. Now they've got to start to value the ball for the next 5-10 minutes. Just try to get some control in this game. Play at their tempo. Because at the moment, they're having to play it the way that Albion wants it.
Kuntz will drop it across to Hunter. And it goes back to Tomas. Back to Tomas yet again for the Irons, searching for that breakthrough. You have to think it would come through the experienced attack. Espino, Timms, Arendt are your 3 that you're looking at to make a difference in this one, because they're the experienced players on this side. Dropped back in by Albion. First to it is Flatirons, but it's out for a corner.
Yeah, the Irons need these older, more experienced lads to step up and try and take control of this game before it gets out of hand in this first half, because they're starting to lose control of it in the midfield and lose possession too cheaply.
Pass deflected away. It'll sit at the top of the 18-yard box. Albion continue to move around, and they find an opening, and there's a shot, and it's just dragged wide by Max McKinney. McKinney did ever so well to gain possession, find some room out wide on the right, but the shot doesn't test Tomas, who's got 1 save in the first 20 minutes. Hunter looks up ahead to Calkins. Back out wide again by Albion. And out for a throw. 21 minutes into this first half. 2 goals by Jordan Fernandez. The difference so far, and Albion have ramped up the pressure as of late. Already with a 2-0 lead. Backheel flick into space. And there's some room. Hunter, a great tackle in the box to win back possession.
Hunter's been solid there at the back. Kept him tight. That's his 3rd or 4th now. Vital clearance.
Sent back the other way.
Albion with a front 4 here. Turning into a front 5 at times.
And now maybe some room for Dante Espino to drive. Espino out wide to Webb. Cuts back to his right foot and loses it. Chipped up ahead. Now maybe a chance to break the other way. 3-on-3. If Albion hurry, they've got numbers flying in late as well. Fernandez drops it off. The shot comes in from Zielke, and it's well wide. Ambitious effort on the first time shot by Ethan Zielke, but again, you're seeing this game open up a little bit, Kai.
Albion not scared to transition quickly and go direct. They've been playing some great possession football, but they're not scared to go forward quickly and just break on the counter.
Halfway through the regulation first half, that means time for a hydration break.
So we'll take a step aside for a hydration break as Albion SC Colorado and Flatirons FC battle in the Academy League in the Mountain Division. Albion lead 2-0. Welcome back inside Sturmel Stadium at the Colorado School of Mines alongside Kai Goodman. I'm Arnav Pokral. Kai, good to have you here with us. I mean, obviously, first 15 minutes or so were pretty solid defensively from Flatirons, but then we got to the next 5 minutes, which were pretty poor. 2 goals for Albion in that run of play, and, well, that's what's led to the scoreline now.
Yeah, I think our Flatirons just need to value the ball a bit more. They're just, even you see just now, just playing some interesting passes in the midfield, and
Shot comes in from distance, and it's a stunner. Bottom left corner, and it's a hat trick for Jordan Fernandez. Again, you mentioned it, Kai. Value of the ball is so important. You see the replay. Turned over. Fernandez picked it up. Worked into some space for himself and fired from distance. And, I mean, picture-perfect finish. You can't ask for a better placement than that.
mate, what a finish. Low and hard, bottom corner. Nothing Thomas can do there. Could have been a foul in midfield. Bit soft, but that's just one of those ones where you just got to value the ball more. Playing the passes into the midfielder's back foot, playing it in at the right pace, not bobbling, and just value the ball more, boys, because this is not good at the moment.
So right out of the hydration break, quite literally the first possession out of the hydration break, it is Albion who pick up the ball in the midfield. Play it to Fernandez, who finds the bottom corner. And, I mean, we've already seen Fernandez's ball striking ability. So good, but here's a chance on the break the other way. Looks like Espino has moved over to the left now for the Irons. And he'll run down to the end line, and it's poked away for a corner for the Irons. So instead of playing through the midfield, Flatirons go direct over the top, and it works out in favor of the home team.
What a ball by Jake Hunter, by the way. Perfectly dropped over the defender's head, perfectly in Dante's lap for that one. So good with both feet he is.
So out to take it is Jacob Timms. He's got Andre Arendt running quickly alongside him. They play short. Arendt. Timms again, looking for an avenue to swing one in. Rolled it low on the ground. Probably not what he wanted to do there. And Kuntz will take it out and around. Brown. Long touch in possession. And spinning away is Zielke. And Albion's got runners forward again. And again, the ball over the top, intended for Bedoya. Strays onside this time. Good sliding challenge in as the Irons will concede the throw.
Yeah, I'd love to see how Irons get stuck in a bit more in midfield, putting a bit more pressure onto their 6s and 8s as they get the ball facing the goal.
Swung back around by Zielke to Gonzalez. And out wide the other way. Swung back to Zielke.
Beautiful touch there.
And he's got some room, and Jake Hunter is there for the Irons in the back line. Timms battling. Won't win out. And dashing away is Zielke to connect with the team. Zielke tries the turn. Will lay it off to Senesio. And all the way back to Gonzalez again.
Albion's first to every second ball at the moment. Flatirons are second off on all of them. And it's just the reason why Albion are controlling this midfield. And they're controlling the game because of that.
Arcing ball in, headed away. Andre Arendt looking for an opportunity to play it forward. And it zips over the head of Jacob Timms. Long ball comes in from Smith. Touched away, but right back to Albion, who have it with Senesio. Half an hour down in this one. 3-0 lead, all of them from Jordan Fernandez for Albion. Timms touches away into space, and there might be a break here. Timms has Brown running alongside him. Played over to Brown. Takes a touch, takes a shot, saved by Kolstad. First big chance of the day for the Irons. And it's Timms controlling play. Chopped the other way, and Albion with room. Zielke. Played up to Bedoya. Chased down by Hunter. Gets up. May have gotten pulled there at the back, but continues to battle and finds an outlet. Arendt a bit loose in possession. And now Albion quickly the other way. Good 1-2 connection. This could be a beautiful goal. Instead, it's saved by Tomas. Arendt quickly the other way. Gets the return pass. Shoved down in the midfield, and it's a free kick for the Irons.
I wouldn't have been surprised if he pulled out a yellow card there. Slowed that one right down by fouling him there. Jake Hunter again, just everywhere in the back line. Keeping it locked down there. I'd like to see Timms get the ball more. He seems to be the creative spark that Flatirons are missing. He's just lacked a little bit of that final execution on the pass. But he's been able to see a lot of these passes most people can't see. So they need to get him on the ball more.
One back for a moment by Espino, but then he lost it again. And now up the other way. Here goes Brennan. Brennan has Bedoya on running with him, but it's poked away by the Irons. Out for a throw for the visiting Albion side. Dominic Brennan playing up top for Albion, but it's been his strike partner in Jordan Fernandez who has the 3 goals. Touched away. Flatirons will clip it up into the midfield intended for Timms. One back by Calkins. Webb battling.
I'd like to see a bit more intensity from the Flatirons boys in their repress. There's been a little bit slack after they lose possession, and the transition on that repress is a bit slow where Albion's getting to all of them.
Space for Robert Spence, who turns away, but then turns it right over to Espino. Back to goal, hard turn to make. Smith, up to McKinney. Now space for Albion, ball comes in, and it's cleared away by Webb. Good find for Espino. Now he's got a tough task of controlling and finding an outlet with pressure on his back. We'll just play to the back line. Now Timms has some room. He's got a couple of runners ahead of him. May elect to take it himself. And rolled out to the corner. No one made the run. Either Espino or Brown alongside him, and no one was there.
That's just that valuing of the ball I'm talking about, where Flatirons just seem to lose a bit of patience when they get into that final third. Instead of just realizing there's not much going forward, turning back and just keeping possession so they can start to get a bit of a hold on this game.
Here's Bedoya. Breaking into some space. We'll lay it off to Fernandez, who's already got 3. Now Brennan in the corner. Brennan up over the bar and out of play.
Over the top, goal kick.
The Irons got about 10 minutes here, a little bit over with added time, just to see if they can get a bit of a foothold in this game, maybe get 1 or 2 back before half time, and then get into the second half with a bit of momentum coming into it. Great communication by Tamas there, willing to hold onto the ball and just bring the press in.
And so he's able to work into some space. But then it's turned over, and this is a golden opportunity. Zielke's all alone, sends Tomas diving, and will walk it into the net. It is a 4th for Albion. And just poor play in the back from Flatirons. And it's so loose from the center back, Kuntz, and then Zielke sends both players to the shop and walks it in. Hunter, diving effort at the last moment, but at that point, the ball's in the back of the net.
Both got sent for a hot dog there, mate. That's the composure just to send Tamas to the ground and then walk it in.
So 3 for Fernandez, and Zielke adds another. And Albion, well, we're seeing why they are tied for first in the Mountain Division in the Academy League. Run forward by Arendt, who's taken a ground, but it's a throw for Albion. Back out for another throw.
If the Flatirons can keep Albion down here and keep a little bit of pressure, lock them in to this zone, bring across their press, get compact, you could find a bit of joy down in this corner.
And they do exactly that with Timms. Good creative play to work in a space. Timms now feels the pressure and can't get away from 2. And again, Albion just efficient in the midfield of win it back and immediately look forward. That's what we're seeing again as it's out to McKinney. Smith finds space with Zaccaro in the midfield. And Zaccaro bursts away from everyone. Rolled across, and Tomas is there for the Irons.
Albion very dangerous at the moment. Want to keep possession, want to control this game, but then as soon as they get it and the option's on to go quickly and counter, they're quick in their transition and they're not scared to go quick as well.
And again, space opens up in the midfield for Zaccaro, who's brought down. No call. Both players down in a 50-50. Andre Arendt looks to be shaken up as Zacaro gets back to his feet. It is out for a Albion corner kick. So another chance to put more numbers forward if you're the visitors.
Yeah, the referee seems to be letting a lot of stuff go here, just letting the game flow. Be careful not to let it get out of hand with too many fouls.
Feels like a bit of the moment of the game as well. Up 4-0. I don't think the referee benefits from giving a foul there, giving a penalty there. Rather just let play continue for a 50-50 challenge. As there's one headed away by Hunter. It'll go out for another corner. Good catch on the volley by Albion.
And off of Flatirons tips to another corner for Albion.
Rising ball in. Again, it's Hunter involved on the clearance, but only as far as the midfield for Albion. Zielke headed away. A little bit of an elbow in the back by Arendt, but he does well to win it back, but then turn it over. And Albion quickly move in the opposite direction. Lifted in, cleared away. Parker Brown has it. We'll drop it off, and eventually the Irons just have to get it away for a throw. Loss of composure in the back line for Flatirons.
Albion's repress, the intensity of their repress is just too much for Flatirons at the moment. Just overwhelming everything that comes down in the midfield, up the front. Doesn't matter where it is. Them second balls, they're just too quick to them.
And again, we're seeing loads of possession in the attacking third for Albion. Here's Bedoya. Rolled inside. It seemed like he had acres to make that decision. No one's pressing for the Irons in a dangerous position. Bedoya deflects back to Smith. And we'll reset for Albion.
Albion just willing to wait, draw them out, bait them out of their position, play 1-2, use them triangles to try and get a run in behind.
Long ball now. Played up the corner. And out of play for a throw.
I'd like to see the Flatirons put the ball in the other half and just start to put it on the Albion, just to put some pressure back on them, start to press them forward.
Foul called on Albion. And so Flatirons can reset a little bit defensively.
Breaking Flatirons.
All right. And now swung around. Flatirons look ahead. Brayson Webb can't get there in time. Late pressure on as it's continued to be held by Albion, but turned over. Timms couldn't keep possession. Those are the moments where Flatirons just need to gain control of the ball, because then there's numbers and there's an opportunity. Instead, a loose touch, and all of a sudden Albion back the other way. Hard challenge, no foul. It'll swing out of play and actually go out for a corner. They did call a foul there, so it is a free kick for Albion. Didn't see the whistle or the hand motion from the referee, but either way, dangerous opportunity here for Albion. Good-looking opportunity to swing in a ball.
It's a dangerous spot here, especially with a left footer over it.
Fernandez is one of the two, and actually it will be Fernandez to take it. Again, his hat trick, +1 from Zielke.
Watch the shot at the edge of the box here for number 19, left-footed.
Fernandez will arc one in, and again, it is cleared away by the Irons. Second clearance up top to Espino, who lost in his feet. And now the shot comes from distance. It's blocked in front, but it may fall favorably to Albion. Outside, cleared away by Calkins for an Albion throw.
Yeah, the constant pressure by Albion here is mostly due to the Flatirons' sloppiness in possession. Loose touches, lack of repress. They can clean that up. It'd slow down this Albion attack quite a lot.
Whistle blows for a foul in the box on Albion.
Yeah, Flatirons.
Bit too much hand grabbing for the referee's liking. As Hunter will reset play for the Irons. A couple of minutes until the end of the first half. Espino on the hunt for this one. It will be played back to Kolstad, who's made a couple of saves today. 3 to be exact.
Wide open in the midfield there. So much time to turn and play forward just like that.
And even more space for Zielke, who's already got a goal today. Out wide to Fernandez. He's got 3. Cut back. Zielke lost it. Hunter will swing away from pressure. And now Hunter will take it himself and works into some room. And then it's taken down. Whistle blows. And the referee will reach into his pockets for the yellow card on Smith. Jake Hunter,
Yellow card.
confidence to step away from the back line and work into some space.
Love that by Jake Hunter. Tackle in, win the ball in the box. Quick feet to get out of tight area, then just exploded out of there. Beat 3 guys before winning the foul.
Been the one given the yellow card.
So now it is a free kick for the Irons. Under a minute to play in the first half. We'll have stoppage time after as well.
Flatirons distances the gaps between their back line and front 3 are getting a bit big at times. Up to 50, 60 yards. And if they can condense that, it'll help them be able to control the ball and win it back a little bit quicker.
Brown battling. Still Brown. A couple of fortunate deflections, but then it rolls out of play. 10 seconds until we see how much extra time there is at the end of this first half. Keep our eyes peeled
Great stoppage time in the first half.
on that 4th official. Seeing 3 extra minutes at the end of this first half. It makes sense with 4 Albion goals. Contact and the foul called on Flatirons.
Albion.
That's them distances, Arnav, I'm talking about there. Just too large for the Albion backline and midfield just to drive into. If that Flatirons backline can step up 10, 15 yards, they'll be able to compact that whole midfield and help out their midfield 3.
Right now it's Zielke, who's got the most recent goal for Albion, but the star of that first half, Jordan Fernandez, his 3 strikes. Put Albion up in a big way. It was tied for about 20 minutes, and then Albion figured things out. Tomas up in the air. Zielke receives it back again. Good connection from Bedoya down to the byline, and it rolls over for Dominic Brennan.
GK.
Not a bad idea there from Albion to push for a 5th in the dying stages of half number 1.
Yeah, the Irons just need to see out this last 90 seconds in this half just to get to halftime, get together and see what they can try and do come out in the second half. Because
Here goes Espino on the hunt, but good composure by Senesio. Now turning away, Bedoya, the intended target, dealt with by the back line for Flatirons. Gonzalez. Worked across to Spence, who's dispossessed by Andre Arendt.
Jake Hunter on the move again, stepping up with it.
He finds a pass, and he continues his run. Hunter wanted it back. And he might be staying up here as a striker for the Irons for the time being.
Some quick feet there by Jacob Timms to get out of a tight area.
Got about 12 seconds or so if the Irons want to make one last push before the end of stoppage time. See if they can get there in time for one final attack. Has to be now for the Irons. If Tim swings it around, we'll get the whistle for halftime, and that's exactly what we hear. A hat trick for Jordine Fernandez. And a goal for Evan Zelke. The difference so far in this one. We'll take a quick after halftime for here in the Academy League. 4-0. We'll be back after half.
Step into a world where the fun never ends. Welcome to Lucky Strike. Hit the lanes, throw a strike, and experience the thrill of victory. Indulge in handcrafted cocktails and exquisite dining, where every bite is pure delight. Immerse yourself in the arcade. The night is yours to own. The moments yours to create. Make your own luck, only at Lucky Strike.
Balance. It isn't just essential in your sport, it's essential in life, especially college life. It's everything you need to thrive in school, in sport, and everything in between. The key is just finding a place where you can pursue it all, because the real beauty lies in the balance. If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it your
Welcome back after halftime alongside Kai Goodman. I'm Arnav Pokral. Kai, tough first half for the Irons, down 4-0 at the break. What needs to change for this home team in half number 2?
There's a lot of things that need to change, unfortunately, but they've got the time to change it. They've got 45 minutes, 4 goals to chase, but that's always within reach. Albion managed to do in the first half, so why can the Flatirons not? So I'm excited. They got 45 minutes to make this derby worthwhile.
And even if it isn't all 4 at once, you'd like to see at least one go in if you're the Irons, as the team was shut out 2-0 in the reverse fixture on the 31st of May. Change in net for Flatirons as Kind Furtado Morgan comes in for Ben Tomas. And we'll get you introduced to any other changes as we see them. And there's a chance running to the back post, but it looks like it was covered by Albion. It'll be a corner for the Irons. It looks like Albion has also made a change in net. Mono Martinez comes in. So both teams, after the first half, will put in the reserve netminders.
Got very lucky there with that pass back. Very close to ending up in the back of the net.
Corner comes in, headed to goal, and cleared away by Albion. Calkins off his knee, and Kareem's out of play for a throw-in for Albion. Brennan will drop it off to Max McKinney.
I'd like to see the Irons midfield get a bit more involved. Try and put their foot on the ball a bit, slow it down, speed it up when they can. Just try and take a bit of control off Albion. Beautiful grass cutter out to the left wing there.
And now Albion can move with speed down the far wing. It sits up nicely for Francisco Sanchez, one of the substitutes that Albion made at halftime. And still room to duck and dive away. But the Irons pick it up. Good work to break out, but then the pass forward is turned over. Parker Brown couldn't connect, and now Albion go the other way. Here's Fernandez, who already has 3 goals today. Over to McKinney. And now Anders Jacobson can turn away, another substitute for this team. Up ahead to Fernandez, and Fernandez has a step. Fired across. Shot comes in from distance, rolling in front, and Jake Hunter there to clean it up.
Cleans it up and plays a beautiful pass out wide to get him back on the attack.
Espino doesn't have help all alone, does enough to win a throw-in for the Irons. Quickly back in. And played up top to Calkins on running. Calkins. Back to Arendt. Arendt will take a dig. It'll deflect out wide for a Flatirons corner kick.
And deflected wide, so a corner for Flatirons.
Flatirons need a little bit more of that. First time ball out wide to get them sprung out on the attack and then getting shots away. They haven't really tested this goalkeeper, and now they've won a corner. See what they can make of this.
Out to take the corner is Jacob Timms. Drills it into the box. Headed away by Albion. Brown with a shot from distance. Battle in the box. Hunter swinging away at it. Cleared away by Albion, only as far as Kuntz. And he can't find the pass out wide. And Albion may have numbers moving quickly the other way. It's 4-on-3. And now played out wide to Zielke. Back across, and Kuntz does well to deal with it. Can we go the other way is the question now for the Irons, who look out wide. Tim's on running. He's got a step on the center back, but not enough to get there in time. And they're locked in a battle at the corner flag, and Timms turns it over. He can't believe it as he drops the ball off.
He's done well, though, just to win a throw-in right down near the corner flag. This is where the Flatirons need to step up. Backline needs to step up another 5-10 yards just to close this distance. So you see the Albion's 2-10s wide open with yardage to run into.
And right on cue, Kai, Flatirons do exactly that. Find some pressure and force a turnover. So now Flatirons will have the throw in an advanced position. Timms will watch it out. Throw it back into Parker Brown. Espino searching for an outlet. Has it. And Kuntz, who will go across to Drobish. Searching ball ahead for Webb. Can't find him. And now Albion the other way. With speed in the midfield. And Brennan tried to hang onside. We'll see if the call is made, or if he made it onside in time. They're saying he did, so Brennan can keep going. Bit of contact, but Brennan was nowhere near the ball. And so Calkins can hang on to possession. Play up to Jake Hunter. And he's opening his stride a little bit. Hunter doesn't have the pace to keep up with the ball there. And Flatirons can't force the turnover on the repress. Now, numbers the other way as Hunter's well out of position. And Albion look to take advantage. All the way down for Tato Morgan. Early to it.
Yeah, well stepped by the goalkeeper there just to come off his line. It was an interesting call. Looked to be offside by about a yard or two.
I was waiting for the flag to come up, and it just never did.
No, he didn't want to raise his arm, did he?
Either way, it is Flatirons' possession. Furtado Morgan will send it long. One back in the midfield by Arendt. Long diagonal ball in. It'll fall to Calkins, but first one by Albion. And now moving the other way. And there's Brennan. They're going to say he's onside. Brennan, one-on-one, and he rolls it through the legs of Furtado Morgan. It is 5-0 after Dominic Brennan timed his run to perfection. And a calm finish at the end through the legs of Furtado Morgan as you see it on the replay.
Yeah, it sounds cliche, but Albion just wanting it more. First to every bouncing ball, first to every second ball. Just like that, they just run straight through. And then they're 5-0 up now.
So 5-0 the score. Flatirons FC is brought to you by Lucky Strike. Keep the energy rolling at Lucky Strike with friendly competition on the lanes, heated matchups in the arcade, and ice-cold drinks all under one roof. Whether you're celebrating or just keeping the night going, the good vibes are always rolling on the lanes at Lucky Strike. Round up the crew and head over for the ultimate night out. Lucky Strike has multiple locations in the Denver area and 300 locations nationwide. So 5-0 Albion with a significant portion of the second half to go. Here in Golden, Colorado, of course, triple header action. So we've got USL 2 at 7:30 p.m. Before that, USL W League comes in to play at 4 p.m., all of them against Albion. Turning away is Max McKinney from pressure. McKinney down to the byline. He'll roll it across the face of goal, and it is out of play first for a goal kick.
It's a beautiful day for a derby here. Blue skies, not a cloud in sight. Nice and warm.
Not too hot, though. The wind's blowing out, so we don't get the 91, the dry heat. It's pretty standard outside, 82 degrees with a nice breeze, so we'll see that tick down as the afternoon continues. The sun will set over the mountains to the west. And space now for Sanchez. Zielke Cuts back to his right foot. He's got some room. Now back to his left. He'll take a shot and miss it just wide.
Fired wide for a goal kick.
Not a bad look from Zielke. Looked like Furtado Morgan had that covered, though.
Yeah, Flatirons' defense just a little bit slow to step there to him. Just gave him too much time to pick his head up and then find his feet. Again, Albion, first to every second ball. I think if Flatirons can start to win a number of them, they could start to take control of this game a little bit.
Closed out. And it finds Jake Hunter, who's got Parker Brown in front of him. And Brown steps into space. As Espino ahead. Arendt. Out wide again. Ball runs through the legs. Timms applies some pressure, but Albion get it away as far as Drobish.
That's the repress there. The Irons have been lacking. As soon as they stepped up and transitioned a bit quicker than Albion, they were able to force them to clear it out and win the ball.
Foul call on Connor Calkins for running through the back of the Albion defender. 35 minutes to play. Albion already have one more in this second half. One back by Arendt. Pass forward. And Arendt unhappy with the runs by his strikers.
Just miscommunication there, not on the same page, which has been the story for the Irons today. Just nobody know what each other are doing.
Here's Brown, all the way across to the far side. He'll sit with Kuntz. He'll take some space here in the midfield and step away from a couple. Play with Timms. Timms. All the way over to Drobish. Timms again. Has some space and maybe a lane, but closed down well by Albion. Wasn't a bad idea there, but no one in the attacking lines for Flatirons. And now Albion look to transfer the other way. Brennan cuts to his left. Still possession with Dominic Brennan. Has an option out wide, but offside flag is up again.
Offside, Albion free kick Flatirons.
Flatirons there had a nice spell of possession, able to create a bit of movement up top, but just lacking that final pass.
And so it's actually going to be Albion who pull it back for a free kick. So there's a foul before the offsides, what the call is, for something in the midfield. And now opportunity for Albion to set up shop in the attacking half, as they have all day today. Substitution in for the Irons as in comes one of the outside wingers, Dom Abeda. And Abeda will slide back into defense for now.
He looks like he's going to have a crack from range here.
Shot comes in from distance, and it's well over everybody and out of play.
A pole ringer, if you will, and now a goal kick.
That one from well outside from Pedro Fiuza. And touched out by Albion. Turning away is Andre Arendt. Lost it again in the midfield.
I'd like to see Andre just take a bit more care with the ball and show a bit of leadership with his experience, because he's one of the older lads out here and he can really change this game.
Timms with some pressure applied, but Albion will play back to netminder Martinez and move from back to front. Turned over in the midfield, and Flatirons can move quickly up ahead with Timms. Timms searching into space, looking up ahead. Well, instead play back with Espino. Espino up ahead, Arendt. Back to goal for Andre Arendt. Will go out wide. And now up to Brown. Brown lifts one in. Abeta the header! And it's in! Tom Abeta, the substitute, got up and found the bottom corner. And the Irons have one back. It's 5-1.
See what happens when you keep a little bit of possession, take a bit of care with the ball, and a little bit of end product goes a long way.
Great finish by Abeta. Directed it perfectly to the bottom corner. And the Irons have one back. It's now 5-1. Can't complain about that stretch of play from the Irons. Won the ball in the midfield, held on to possession. Guy, it's quite literally everything you've been talking about in terms of what the Irons needed to do to get one on the board. And they executed for the first time today. Execution in the final third. Final pass was on cue. And Dom Abeta, good header to find the back of the net.
Yeah, this could be a bit of a momentum shift that the Irons need. If they can just put it to Albion for the next 5 or so minutes, just pressing high, close them distances, just like that.
Shot from distance. Ambitious, but well wide, as Martinez was a bit out of net. Out for a goal kick.
If the Irons can get another one in the next few minutes here, we could have a good game on our hands.
Good interlinking play by Albion in the midfield. Finds Thomas Berlinski. He's got Brennan ahead of him. And Abeta will just direct it out of play. Here's Fiuza. Jacobson. Rolls long on the far side as Albion press to get that goal back. Instead, Jake Hunter intercepts. And Hunter's outlet is Espino. Espino a second behind with his decision, but a foul committed in the process. So the Irons will have a free kick.
He got lucky there with that foul call. Just got caught in two minds there with what he was going to do off the ball from Hunter. Jake Hunter, though, has been everywhere. Tidy at the back, rock solid, and then just likes to wander off forward sometimes as well, which is fun to see.
Yeah, another player that brings in a year of collegiate experience. CNCC. Good first year there. As a turnover at the back. And now an easy shot and a goal. And that's another one. Twice now it's happened for Flatirons. The last center back couldn't find possession. And then turned it over. And it leads to an Albion goal yet again.
Jacobson, number 6, the one who picked it up.
It is Jacobson to score. And just as quickly as the Irons got one, they give it right back. Story of the game for Flatirons FC.
You can't be turning the ball over on top of your 18 just like that with no one left behind. You just Too easy for Albion's press.
So 6-1, 25 minutes to go. Sent out the other way. Hunter. Clip ball up to Abeda, the goal scorer for Flatirons. Abeda will get it back and play it through to Timms. Timms in a battle and loses out on it. Over the head of Albion, one back in the midfield. Good sliding challenge. Flatirons look to repress and can't win it back, but eventually do claim it. Xander Drobish will turn it over, and here's a breakout, and it's quickly in by the substitute Berlinski. A tackle by Hunter. It's a foul call. Is it enough for a red, is the question. It is. Jake Hunter shown red, and he's in disbelief on that one.
I cannot believe that. I'm surprised that was even a foul.
But now Flatirons down to 10 as Berlinski remains down on the field. We will reassess and take a step aside. We'll be back when action resumes here in Golden. Back after a quick injury break for Berlinski. Kai, you and I both had a chance to watch over that incident in the moments that we had in that injury break would you see on what happened there in the breakdown of what you saw in that play?
I think I saw a great tackle there, but the referee seemed to see something else. He took his time to call it. I just think it was a good 50-50 tackle, got his foot in. The way the ball bounced back made it look like it might have been a foul, but I think Jake Hunter just got his foot to it, and then it bounced off the Albion man's leg. I don't think it was a foul at all, but that's a big call.
And now it means Flatirons will play down a player. It's kind for Toto Morgan. Simple save off a rolling free kick. And for Toto Morgan, we'll just go long. This one will take a bounce back, and Tullis will head it to the netminder, Martinez. Again, triple header today. We've got the Academy game now. We've got the W League game at 4 p.m. and then League 2 game scheduled for kickoff at 7:30. Timms circling around and looking for an outlet. He'll have it with Arendt. And Arendt can go out wide. Well, Andre Arendt. Good play from him to work it out wide. The Irons will keep it in with a throw. Damabeda, the lone goal for the Irons, but then quickly Albion got that goal right back after a poor turnover by the Flatirons back line.
We'll get to see now what the Irons are made of. See if they can keep it to 6-1, maybe even close this gap a bit. Man down off a very controversial call, but one you can't change now, so it's what are the Irons made of?
Throwing goes out of play for a goal kick. 20 minutes and change to go here in Golden. Kai Goodman, Arnav Pokral on the call with you. Enjoying yourself up here, Kai? No, it's first time stepping in with a headset.
Mate, this is wonderful. I'm having so much fun being able to kind of say what I want about football to people that want to hear it, so it's fun. It's very good.
Albion have it on the far side. Good play to keep it in possession of the visiting side. And quickly thrown right back in. Fiuza. Work it to the back line. Here's Tullis. Had McKinney on the touchline, and now we'll play it to McKinney. Maxwell McKinney into space. Turning around, and here's Brennan. Good possession for Albion as they continue to march on forward. Whistle blown for a foul. Quickly taken in by Albion. Here's Jacobson. He's the one that scored the most recent goal for Albion.
I think something that needs to be taken into account here is the size of the pitch here at Stonewall Stadium at the Colorado School of Mines. It's a very long and wide pitch, and with the Flatirons not valuing the ball like they should be, they turn it over quickly after running for a few minutes and then have to run some more, and it's just Albion is running them off the park at the moment because it's a very, very big pitch.
Ball over the top. Arendt chases it down, but it is won back by Albion, and then Parker Brown wins it back the other way for Flatirons. Curling up ahead for Espino, who goes down hard. Won't get the whistle, and now possession quickly the other way. 3-on-3. Albion, little outside the boot pass, and the whistle blows for a foul. After Flatirons took him down. I believe that's Barbosa on that far side.
It's an interesting call, that, not giving the foul on the Flatirons player earlier on.
Now we got a red card upcoming. Is that Dante Espino shown red? That's 2 reds now for the Irons for something that happened behind the play. Well, now Flatirons down to 9. And we're going to see another red card come out for
He said something to the linesman, I think, or to the centre back who fouled him.
I mean, this is unprecedented, really. So 2 red cards. 1 for Jake Hunter, 1 for Dante Espino, 2 of your more experienced players. They're out for the rest of the game, and Flatirons down to 9 for the rest of the game. Albion can really put the pressure on in these last 15 minutes.
Yeah, 2 of the players you wouldn't expect for this Flatirons team to be getting red cards. 2 of the lads with more of the experience in this starting 11 that, especially Dante, should be keeping his head a lot better than that.
And one of now 4 goal scorers for this academy side. Espino, Connor Calkins has 1, Greg Lewacki has 1 against Utah, and then Dama Beta in this game has 1 as well. Jacobson out wide. Here is Max McKinney. Turned by Berlinski. Curling shot. Easy save for Tato Morgan.
It's unfortunate for the Flatirons here. They've had a decent stretch of games where they've kept them close. Last week, losing out 1-0 against Real Colorado.
This one bounces up in the hands. It's fumbled for a moment by Martinez, but eventually held on to it. We've seen crazier things happen, that's for sure, in our season here with Flatirons. Would have been some way to get on the score sheet. Timms. Again, 2 red cards, 1 for Jake Hunter, 1 for Dante Espino. And now a substitution for the Irons as off goes Xander Drobish. Again, a Flatirons team that's got some older players, but also very heavily using players. 08s, 09s, 2010s, 2011s also rostered today for the Irons. That's Dominic Malika. Cross comes in, intended for a Beta. Was the lone man in the box. Now circling out the other way for Albion. Physical battle, 1 out by Flatirons, but it is an Albion corner.
Great tackle there. Interested to see what the young Dom can do on the left here.
So corner kick upcoming as will be taken along as the runner heads into the box. High arcing ball in. Headed to goal, but it's tame for Furtado Morgan.
Referee let the corner taker there really take his time. Didn't say anything. Surprised he didn't give him a warning at least.
Quickly back the other way, Berlinski, who was the breakaway man that got taken down, as this one will fall to Brennan. Out comes Furtado Morgan for the sliding stop to keep the scoreline where it is. Malika to Timms. Tried to find the return pass instead. Picked away and will be played by Albion. Back to Yosgar Gonzalez. Been a quiet night for him. Hasn't had to do much on the defensive side, Gonzalez. And Smith, the other center back, has Another chance for Albion, breaking in and firing and scoring.
That is fired in.
Juan Madera finds the goal for Albion to make it 7. With 10 minutes to play and Flatirons down to 9 men. Knew the breakthrough was going to come, especially with only 9 on the pitch for the Irons.
Fadeaway goal is what I'll call it for Yvonne Dorado Madera, number 25 for Albion.
Yeah, a little bit of composure there, just to drop the shoulder, send the defender, and put it in the back of the net. Interesting celebration, though.
80th minute of play for Madera. And a 7-1 score for Albion.
We've got about 10 minutes left, and it's just about pride now for these Flatirons to just keep it at a minimum, especially down 2 men. Having some pride in this game, especially in a derby like this, means a lot to a lot of players and a lot of people watching. Again, these distances way too big for the Flatirons. You can see it's about 70 yards from the highest to the deepest man, and that's why Albion have been able to run straight through them with so much time on the ball.
Here's Fiuza. Stepping away from a couple. Stride for stride with Kuntz. Fiuza turns away, has some room. Drop of the shoulder, will lay it off. Out the other way for Tato Morgan. Made the first stop and scrambled to the rebound. Furtado Morgan goes long, looking for Abeda. Long trek down. Abeda does well to get the first touch, but it carries out of play. Dom Abeda, the lone goal scorer for the Irons today. Came off of a cross in. Good header to the bottom corner, but a fleeting moment of offense for a relatively poor game from the Irons.
Was that his first touch he scored off?
It might have been. He subbed on. I think he had a couple of touches down this near wing before he got into the box and made the header, but it was pretty quickly after he was introduced to the game. Flatirons got some possession, got some control, and figured out the offense for a moment as the offside flag comes up on Albion.
So not a bad way to come off the bench within a few touches, scoring the opening goal for Flatirons, but it's been a bit lackluster with creating any opportunities going forward.
Pass in the midfield for Timms.
He's one of those players that haven't got on the ball enough. So quick and technical as well in those tight areas, and he's got the vision to find some of those passes, but there hasn't been many runs in behind in this second half for him to play.
Out wide the other way. Again, numbers advantage for Albion. They can just possess around the attacking area and wait for an opening because they're bound to have someone wide open. Good shield by the Irons to force a goal kick.
The scoreline doesn't really reflect some of the individual quality at the back for Flatirons. Some of these players have done quite well just holding it down. Jay Connor was one of them who was unlucky to get sent off with a straight red, but some of these lads that have been subbed on at the back have done well just to put in some last-ditch tackle, shield the ball out. Just lacking that composure to keep the ball in those tight areas.
Bit of contact. Calling out the trainers to take a look at the Flatirons injured player as we're approaching the final moments of this one. And again, with the injury stoppage, we'll take a step aside. Welcome back after another injury break as Albion possess and move forward. We're into the 88th minute now. We're expecting a good bit of stoppage time from the 2 red cards and the 2 injury stoppages we've had in this second half alone. Eventful second half, even though there's only been... I was going to say there's only been 3 goals, but there were 4 goals in the first half, so nothing too crazy. 4 goals in each half if you combine the 2 teams. As the offside flag is up on Albion.
Yeah, the Flatirons just need to see this one out for today. A lot of dropped heads. Not sure. They seem a little bit confused as to what's happened, but they just got to see this one out. There's 2 men down. It's good to see some of the young Flatirons boys still competing, though. Even with 9 men on the pitch, they're still working hard, putting in tackles. Just like that. Did well there to put his body in the way and win the foul.
Albion commit the foul, and possession will go the other way for the Irons. Rolled across. And now the other way. Shouts for offside as it's another breakout. Pass across to Brennan. It's easy to tap in for Albion. 8-1. As was kept onside by that far side right back for Flatirons, and then rolled across for an easy tap in. Berlinski across to Brennan. It's a goal. And no stoppage time, even after all the injuries, as we end 8-1 here between the 2 teams. Kai, not much else we can add on to this. I think we've said it all in the game, but 8-1, 2 red cards, not the result you wanted for the Irons, but just got to reassess and relook and look forward to the next game.
That's it. Bit of mercy there from the ref to give the Flatirons a bit of a break because they couldn't catch one throughout that game.
That'll do it for our coverage here between Albion and Flatirons. For Kai Goodman to my right, Evan Schmidt, our producer, to the left. Thanks for tuning in. We'll step aside, and we've got more USL W League and League 2 action on Sports Engine Play upcoming after this.